y'all, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video. I hope everyone's doing well today. I want to share a file that I've been working on from my Cameo Silhouette. It is called a 2 Candies box, and it's by Nilmara Quintela. I guess she's a Portuguese designer. She does have a Facebook group and a blog site. I went looking for a tutorial, couldn't find one, so I didn't share it because it's taken me a minute to try to figure it out. I did finally figure it out and I wanted to share it. The paper that I used to cut this out is the Prima Apricot Honey. Really love the gold foil in this paper, and the person that I'm sending this to really loves the colors. So this is the box that I created. It does hold 2 of the Ferrero Rochers, so I got 2 in there. I didn't do any embellishing on the top of the box because I love the way the paper looks. I did use some clear film here on top, and this is the one that I get from the fine art section at Michael's. It's a .005 clear film. I used some seam binding there on the front. There's the side of the box. There's the bottom. I did mat it all the way around, and those pieces come with the file. So when you open it up, you open up the ribbon here in the front, and then it opens like this. It is glued here, and I didn't glue it here in the front because of the way the ribbon is put in there. And then there's the candies down in the inside of the box. Now I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like this on the top, but that's the way I put it together. I had put it together a different way, and that didn't look right. And like I said, I had Googled and searched her site and just couldn't find anything. So I'm okay with the way this looks. So I will share with you how I put together this way. So for the file, it includes this piece right here, and this is what makes this inside pink box. I did cut this out in 110-pound cardstock, and then for the flat part, I cut this out in 110-pound cardstock as well. And then the layering pieces are in the file. This piece right here, I cut it out in the Prima paper because I knew it was going to line the inside of this box. I just didn't know how it was going to line it. So that's why I didn't do this in a sturdier cardstock. I did this to kind of match the little piece that was going to hold the candies, and that's this little piece right here. So those are all the files, all the pieces to the file. I've already matted this top piece. I've already put my film in, and what I did was glued my film to this layering piece before I put it on the top of the box so it wouldn't show on the other side. So I will put this box together first, and this just goes together. If you have that hand sanitizer file, it goes together sort of like this, where it creates a box on the bottom. You create an insert using this, and that just slides right down in the inside of that. So I'm sure I shared the number, but the number for this file is 123950, and I will leave all that information down below. So there's a lot of score marks on here. I will score or fold on the larger ones first. All the little tabs. There's one here. And the tabs on the sides. I did use wet glue when I put this together since I wasn't so sure, and I'll use wet glue again. I don't have a really thin score tape, and I really just don't like using it. The only one I have, I think, is a 1/2 inch. And then once you do that around the inside, this little box here, there's some other score lines. You just fold those down. With this piece right here, what I did was, because the pattern, you want the pattern to be shown, so this is double-sided paper. So when I folded it inward to where the pattern would fold and go inside this box. So these little tabs will go backwards. This one will go forwards, and then the rest of these will go backwards. When you connect it, you fold on all these scores. It'll connect like that, like a little insert, and it'll be inserted right inside of this box. So you can put this together first to make sure it fits in there properly before putting the box together, but it'll go in there like that. That little tab, of course, goes on the back side. So when you glue it all together, it'll look like that, and then you just put this box together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I did put glue on these little tabs, and like I said, I used a wet adhesive. So this is still dry, but when you get your box together, this is how it'll look based on how I put mine together. Then you have this little insert. These little tabs go down. You can glue this in if you want. If you don't want to put it in and use this box for something else, that works as well. I don't think I put any glue on this because I was worried about it getting on the sides, but that just kind of slides in there. Like I said, you could just use it for a regular little gift box, but this is to hold the candy in place. That's how it looks. And then you have this piece right here. Like I said, I put my film under this layering piece, and then this is where your string will go. So this will be the front flap. I'll go ahead and fold on the score lines. Make sure when you put it on, you're looking at the direction of your paper if you have directional paper when you cut it, because this will be going this way. Of course, these two will be going that way. That's the bottom. So it'll go like that. And then this little piece will go just right in there. You center it. I did glue here and here. So when they open it up, this flap would just come up. This wouldn't come all the way down. So I put my glue here and my glue on the back of the box, determine, which side I wanted the back to, which one I wanted the back to be. I did use wet glue. If you feel more comfortable putting it on there, put it on there, but this box is smaller than the cover, so I put mine on the box and just centered it right behind the score line. You can't really see it, just fold the box up to kind of help you. And then you get the wiggle room from the wet glue. And that's how it goes together. I didn't adhere this part down because, like I said, it's kind of funny how you put the ribbon in. You put it in there behind first and then close it down. So what I used was a piece of this seam binding, and I get it from my Scrap Cabin shop. She has an Etsy store, and she is also on Instagram, and I will link her down below. So I just took some of the seam binding and I just put it in the back using these tweezers, because these little holes are small. So one thing I would probably do next time is either change the closure or make these little holes larger. Maybe use Velcro or a magnet or something. That way you can seal this part down to the front. That would be a good idea next time. That way you won't even need the ribbon. You can just seal that up and use Velcro and just take those two pieces off. So then you pull your ribbon through the back there. And maybe I can glue it up now that the ribbon is on there, which I probably will do later. And then the ribbon will be fed through the back, and then you just tie your bow. So, oh, I didn't put my candy in there. Let me. There's my candy. I did put a little removable glue dot on the other one so they wouldn't shake it around in transit. So then you would, I'm sure y'all know how to do that, just put the strings through the back of the box, and that's how it turns out. And that's all I have to share in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank y'all so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.